mic was on mute. You know what I mean? How crazy is that? Good morning to the people. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure everyone is all blessed. You guys already know how we start the stream, and we normally do a mental health check-in to make sure everyone in the building is all good and copacetic, man. Big up to Cal and the Coppish boys for the raid as well. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and obviously like the video once you start enjoying it, I guess. Let's see who's in the building already, man. Forever Football, big up to you as well. He said it's already here we go. I already know that, bro. That's why I had to quickly, you know what I mean, adjust. Big up to Trudon as well. Nunes Raid, you already know, man. That's us trolling the rest of the crew, man. Oh, okay. Bear with. Let's get. All right, Mr. Savage in the building. Bear with, my bro. Big up to Sav in the building as well.
Come on, man.
Okay, we're back in Bikini Bottom again. All right, fair enough. That's where we started. Man said in the morning we have to swim, lads. Gotta get the cardio, get the laps in the 20. What is it? 20 strokes, backstrokes?
One up for all strokes and backstrokes, bro. Don't be trying to tell me what strokes I'm doing, blood. Get that out of there right now, bro. Let's cut that out right now, bro. It's too early for that talk, bro. You already been moving kabuki-ish this morning already, bro. And you know what you did, bro.
Yeah, can you not share that on screen?
I'm not gonna share it, bro. But you know what I mean? So random, bro.
I told you I was thinking something and then I typed it. Everyone's done that, right?
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No, everyone is gone like, yo, like thinking while having a conversation, thought something but typed it. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's done that.
No, I agree with that. Because I'll do that on Google sometimes, bro. But not what you said.
Yeah, but all right, you're gonna make it sound bad. It wasn't crazy bad, but it was. Yeah, because you're gonna make everyone's like, yo, he must have said something mad zesty. Like, I don't think it was. I just, you know what I mean? I just said something and it was out of context because it had nothing to do with the conversation.
All right, man.
Big up. Go on.
What are you saying? You good?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. I'm just shouting out the people then that's already in the building. So A9, man said, curse raid. Is that Cal curse raid? I hear it, man. We're not doing that no more. Clark, remember we saying, man, we're going to troll everyone going forward until Nunes leaves the building. So the hashtag is Nunes raid. Every time you go into a stream, that's all we're going to do, bro, until he leaves. Big up to Dave as well. I'm in the building. Cal, I don't need... Big up to Bad Row as well in the building. Big up to Bobby as well. Nunes raid, you already know what it is. Cav, man, allow it, bro. We already gone past it. Big up to Archie in the building as well. Nunes raid. I told you, this is what we're about, man. We're gonna create a craziness. Big up to Morris in the building as well. All right, listen. I'm all good. Man. I feel like my weekend went really quick though. I feel like I did stuff, but I didn't do stuff. But it felt like it just went by because I didn't do a stream yesterday. I thought I'd just chill. But I was itching to do one though because I was like, yo, I'm in like one of those streaks. So I was like, I might as well just do a stream every day. But then I was just like, nah, do you know what? There's plenty of people doing streams. So I'll just chill off the internet for the day, left my phone on the side and relax, man. But yeah, I'm back this week, man. And one of the other things, as I said, I was mentioning to you guys in the Discord, I was saying going forward every Thursdays, I'm going to do a members only chat as well. So for all the members and all the guys considering and ladies considering becoming a member, every Thursday, 8 p.m, you guys will have your say. We'll just chop it up, man, whatever the topic. It's down to you guys. You guys do it. And then and if it's me, if it's, if Sav is free or if the guys are free, whatever, we'll just chop up whatever the topics are. And that's every Thursday, 8 p.m. But other than that, bro, I'm all good, man. What about you? Apart from swimming in the sea and that.
I'm good, man. Screw out. It's working, on it. You know the vibes, bro. One of them ones, man. Yeah. That's you know me, but I'm just trying to be positive and that, bro. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't know why you're laughing, bro.
No, because...
Nah, bro, I don't know why you're laughing, bro. Okay. This is what, man, bro. This mental health month, bro. That's why man can't talk to each other, bro. I'm trying to be positive, bro. They're calling me New Savage on the streets, bro. You get me? Zen Savage and that, bro. You get me?
New Savage?
Zen Savage is what they're calling me on the
Zen
street,
Savage?
Bro. Yeah, Zen Savage, bro. You get me?
Have you started meditating yet?
What are you talking about, bro? Listen, I don't have to do that, bro. You get me? I'm just tapped in, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay, so with my phone here, say, yo, Sav, I'm looking
Nah,
to go.
don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna throw you exactly the same. Don't tell me you're putting your feet in the ground. Don't do that, bro. You get me, bro?
If I
I'm
say
tapped in and unplugged, bro. You get me? Make of that what you will, bro. Like, I'm on a positive vibe, bro. Like, it is what it is. I told you about this before. I did this before, yeah. And I cleared up my... Remember I said I cleared up my algorithm and everything, bro.
yeah.
But the titties got me, bro. The titties got me on Twitter. I spent an extra 20 seconds looking at some titties. Ruined up my whole algorithm, bro. So I had to just... And then what came along with titties was like plane crashes and murders on Twitter. I don't even know how the
Why? I don't understand why that's on Twitter, bro. Like, did you see the one I retweeted earlier, bro? Some mad dance.
No, I didn't even see it.
I need educating because if you guys are following me on Twitter, you guys will see what I reposted. Maybe like 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know. Oh, maybe like half an hour ago. But I didn't get it, bro. I didn't understand the ritual dance. I didn't get it. I'm trying to educate myself. So I'm hoping someone sees it. I don't know. There was some dance and guys were holding rifles and then they were jumping in the air and then shooting a rifle on the floor. I didn't get it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You Illuminati brothers know damn well what you're talking about with these. You not know exactly what them. You know what I mean? I ain't want to talk too much, bro. Cause people might take me out, blood. They're already trying to cancel me offline, bro. I don't know. I'm starting to learn the hard way, man. I mean, they're trying to get rid of me, bro. So that's fine, bro. I hear it, bro. But yeah, algorithm mashup, bro. I guess it's my own fault, bro. Yeah, I'll tell you, there is some stuff that does get dashed away because I'm telling you, bro. I'm not out here looking at murders and that, so I don't know how it ends up on my shit. But for a lot of the man, them are lying, bro. Yeah, the algorithm just throw you titties, bro. You looked at them for too long, bro. That's how it works, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you're right. But I'm not gonna lie.
There is other stuff like man don't want to believe me now. I ain't even lying, bro. But I'll just be reading some shit and it so like it might be about an OnlyFans girl, and I'll just be reading it, but there's no picture with it. It could be the picture of like her account or something, and then they start sending me shit, bro, and I'm like, oh, I ain't want this still. You get me?
I just need to figure out how the algorithm works like properly. So,
you got about 20 seconds on the
20 seconds, and then what if you throw a like, just a random like? Because
if you throw a like, you're screwed, bro. They're coming your way, bro. You explore. If it's on Instagram, your explore page is over with, bro. You throw one like at a piece of titties on Instagram, bro. You're getting mobbed, bro. You're getting mobbed. I don't even like stuff. I don't like anything on Instagram. I tell you when I started liking stuff, which was about 4 months ago. Because I used to, like comedy skits. I don't know why I do this, bro. I save stuff because I'm like, oh yeah, so I can watch it, and then I never watch it again, bro. And I ended up saving so much things on Instagram that like I ran out. Like, he wouldn't let me save anything else. Like, it was canceling every time I save stuff. But then I realized if you press the like button, then you can go into your likes in it of what you've liked. And I was like, oh, that's just like saving it. So I started doing that. I've never liked. I'm telling you, man. I've never liked a girl's picture on Instagram. Not one time, bro. Not one. I don't even think I've ever liked my missus' picture on Instagram, because I don't understand the man them that like they're looking at a thing and you just feel the need that you have to put a like though, you have to comment. I'm like, but she don't care, bro.
Hey, Sam, leave us alone, man. Maybe we just want to throw a little like in it, like the.
But the only, bro, listen, man. The only reason the man I know, I don't even want to give away the code, bro. I know why man them are throwing likes, bro. Especially if the person's accessible, bro. I know damn well why you throwing a like, bro. You get me, but. Yeah, man, try to clear up my thing and that. Obviously, I deleted all my videos on Hugo Online, and so that's.
I saw. I was like, hold on a minute, bro. That man guy in full revamp.
Hey, man.
Zen Savage. Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, I just didn't like. I just was lying to myself a little piece, bro. I don't like lying to myself. That's how people get depressed, bro. I was lying to myself, bro. I was like, oh yeah, I want to react to these stuff, but it was fun before because I was just reacting to what I want. Then I was starting to like look for stuff to react to. Like I weren't like watching a video then reacting to it. Always a live reaction. And then I started to go to blog pages because I'm like, well, I need content for today, so I need to find something. I'm like, bro, this is not what I was doing before. I just like movies and stuff came out, and I'll just react to the movie or whatever. And then if something, so I'm like, yeah, man, let me just cancel all that and be positive, bro. So we did a little stream yesterday, and
I saw.
That was a positive. That video is you should watch you don't have to watch my video, but watch the Mr. Beast video because it's the one what me. Yeah, it's the one what me, you, and G did the reaction. Well, we was watching the trailer to it at the beginning, and obviously Milos Kerkez thought that it was going to be in a year's time, innit? Because the way it was in the video is like in a year's time. But obviously he had backtracked it already. and already recorded it. So yeah,
because when you were saying in the video, he's like, "Oh, I thought it was like in line with when we first saw the trailer," but you said, "Oh, it looks like he obviously recorded it he already started maybe like months before, and we just thought, and he dropped the trailer then." But I get obviously you'd have to in it because it would be the longest content ever.
The longest content, yeah.
Because you'd have to probably do a weekly thing, probably just like, "Nah, I'll let you start. I'll give you like a couple of months, and then we'll run it, and then we'll run the content from there to get you in a bit of shape."
It was cold. It ended up being cold, man. You know what I mean? Man, I'm just watching it, but yeah, man, it's one of those ones. But
everyone seemed like they're cool in the chat, to be fair. Like, let me go and check the big up to Gene as well. I did see you in the building. Alexander Scraps, big up, man. Big up to the people them in the building. Hold on, let's see. What are we saying then? In terms of how we're feeling today, man. 79% saying we're great. 16% says not too bad, but not great. And then we got 5% not great at all. So the 5%, guys, I don't know if you guys are gonna comment, if you guys are gonna, feel comfortable. Let us know, man. You know what I mean? Maybe it's something we can help you quickly fix as well before we actually get into the football stuff. If not, no worries. Twitter is there, and we did start something on Discord where we was helping out the guys with the mental health and working out. So if that's something you want to do, let me know in the chat and we'll send that to you as well. Because 5%. I know it's Monday and that, but geez, I know Monday is normally the most depressing day, apparently. So, but yeah, man, listen, positive mindset, positive thinking. But on another hand, also let me just shout out James as well. Big up to James for becoming a member. As I said, guys, Thursdays 8 p.m. members only chat. So that's going to be a vibe as well, because I know some random stuff are going to pop up in the chat. But big up to James for becoming a member in the building. Let's start, man. Our boy Joel Quansah. Sav, it's crazy because you were one of the first guys, I remember, if not the first guy that said, yo, give Joel the opportunity. We had a season where Joel came in and stepped in, bossed it up, told Matip, shut up, Mr. Condolences, that's my position. Then we moved on, let's say a year later, had 45 minutes on the new gaffer, Arne Slot. Slot said, listen, this ain't my guy. Konate came in and said, look, that's my position. And then from there, it's kind of giving him bit part minutes. Yeah. And he's had decent games, but then there's been moments within the games where he's done something crazy. And then from there, the fan base are like, yo, he's not good enough. Get him out of the team. He's not great. I know what your thoughts is, obviously. And also, there's a buyback clause, which I'm very, very happy about as well.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this?
Obviously, I'm proper disappointed that he's gone, innit? Like, proper disappointed. Because I think the first time I mentioned he was in the youth team still, and we were picking up in defense, and I was like, because of the size of the kid in compared to the rest of the youth players and that, and the way he was like, he seemed mad, which you can tell when he's in the squad. He's like mad serious on it. He's proper doing the game, and I thought, yeah, man, like this kid. Obviously, I couldn't tell at the time if it would help in the. It's a big step up on it, but I thought give him a chance. And as soon as he stepped in, he looked good, looked confident on the ball. Very good in the air. His positional sense was decent. I won't say it was great, but obviously that's the part what they normally struggle with, the kids coming from the academy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it's a different team. And obviously at the time, that was a club team. And we were changing between high lines and stuff like that, getting used to it. I think he was good most of the time, to be honest. His problem came when he became, and this is not in a bad way, he didn't become cocky or anything like that. But he was, I don't even have to explain it because overly confidence don't sound right. But he was almost too trusting in his ability of what he knew he could do. Even though you can think about that yourself, but you have to think about your opponent, innit? It's not enough to just go, I'm good enough, so as long as I do my job, I'll be fine. Sometimes you have to think about your opponent. And usually when Quansah would get caught out, it wasn't by the people who are close in age to him. It was the experienced players like Bruno Fernandes or someone like that who was just a little bit smarter than you. Oh, you let the ball slip under your leg. Safe from rossing it from the halfway line. You get me? Any other time when you let that ball slip on his leg against United, no one ain't shooting from the halfway line, bruv, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. Virgil's fine. You're covered. When Virgil decided to kick the ball at him and he scores at home, bruv, he's like, any other time, one, it doesn't even hit you, and two, like, you're trying to help and he's kicked it against you, bruv. But it did start to get to that point. I can't speak for everyone, but it felt like once you spotted one mistake or once you like kind of did the sheep thing with what the manager did, you started for problems. And when you start to look for problems in someone, you will find them. And the reason why I know this, because I've seen people do it with Virgil. Remember that season when everyone was like trying to diss him? I remember saying like, nah, he's still been really good, but they were looking for stuff. So then all of a sudden the Perisic move happened and he got skinned out. He slipped on it, but like, I can't say anything because, you get me? So that's kind of how it was with Quansah. I don't believe, and everyone can say in hindsight now, but you see that game against Ipswich at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
If Slot never said anything and never took him off, and we just carried on, ran the game and won the game and stuff like, I can guarantee you, bro, not one fan would have said, "Oh my God, Quansah kept getting physically old." Nobody was thinking that when was watching the game, bro. The manager, that's why he gets paid the big money, was thinking that. And obviously, I think with him, it's like, I used to in pre-season, I had to use Sepp Vandenberg as well. He's from a different league, and I think in that game he realised, is this team supposed to be the team that just got promoted?
Yeah.
And they're particularly strong. Because that's not what was going on in my league. I need to change something. He didn't overreact, the manager, when everyone was calling him ruthless and all that. If you listen to how he spoke, he wasn't that bad on Quansah, bro. He just said they were targeting that side of the pitch anyway. And I feel like we just needed something a bit more physical over there. And obviously, Konate is one of the most physical players on our team. And then once Konate is in there and he's doing well, and at the point we're all saying that that's the best left-back partnership in the world, of course Quansah's not going to get back into the team. Of course he's not. So it's one of those, isn't it? And then obviously time goes on and then you get whatever. But it's unfortunate for me. I understand. And I'm not trying to like rain in anyone's parade, and I get what you're saying with the buyback clause, but I'll be honest, bro. Like, even before the signing went through, and a lot of people saying, "I'll put a buyback clause in." The reason why I never get excited about it because nobody ever uses it. The amount of buyback clause I've seen with big players, no one ever seems to use it, and all it gives you is first refusal. It doesn't even mean that the player has to go to you. So like, if he goes off and wins the Bundesliga and that with Leverkusen and is doing all these things, and then all of a sudden Liverpool's like, "Oh, yeah, we want you back," you might just be like, "Nah, fuck that, bro. Like, I like it over here."
Bro, saying it.
You know what I mean? Got German only fans and that, bro. It's different there, bro. It's more open. I think that's why he left, though, because Germany's mad open with stuff like that.
No, he's probably just wanting to get the limelight. But you're right, though. I think, a lot, even like I remember the Brighton game in the League Cup game, and I remember him having a really good game. And then the last like 10 minutes, bro, like some just too madness. Like lose the ball, and then they scored from it. Then he got turned, and then he got a deflection, and they scored from the deflection. He tried to block it, and I'm just like, yo, like you can't, nothing's going your way at the moment. Nothing's going right for you. And the problem with him is I think he has to play because the first season when he stepped in, you could see because he had a run of games, there was consistency. There was mistakes and there was moments where you can say, okay, he's learning, but he's still very young.
Yeah.
But I think a player like him, you can't just give him bit part minutes. You can't just come in out the cold and then play because you look worse as a centre back. Because as soon as someone turns you, you look bad. As soon as someone runs past you, you look bad. There's no like moment as a centre back where you can ease yourself into the game. Your last resort, bro. So if they go by you, they're with the goal.
You're 100% right because when all the Liverpool fans were rating him, it's because he was getting game time and like who was his counterpart at the time? Cole and it, same age, couple of months in between them, and we were linked to Colwell at that time. We didn't buy him, and at that time everyone was saying get Colwell because they saw like he played like 15 games for Brighton. Everyone didn't see the 15 games obviously because we were playing at the same time. And then it switched once Quansah come into it. I was like, oh, you know what? Quansah, prefer him anyway. Obviously, you'd say that Colwell's ahead of him now because he just had a whole season at centre-back. You know what I mean? So, you're right. Someone like that probably shouldn't be on the bench. They need their reps on it. They need their reps. He needs to become a leader on the pitch as well. You get me? Not shadowing someone all the time. So, it's one of those, isn't it? But I still believe that is... I actually think he'll be really good. I could be wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think he'll be fine because I do remember. I don't have a short memory, so I remember, even though I was one of the like people who was championing him, I remember people being rude about Konate because they like Quansah. I ain't gonna forget that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Man were like, yeah, Bon Konate, don't put him back in the squad. Your spot's gone now. So for it to change that quick means everyone's a bit fickle, but yeah, man. Like obviously, he's not on loan, so he's a Leverkusen player. So you turn to come up against Dortmund, bro. I want nothing but the worst against you, bro. But Yeah, man, I do. Obviously, I hope he does well in that, bruv. You get me? But I'll be lying if I say I'm gonna tune in to see what he's doing. But what will happen is, which happens with all ex-Liverpool players, is one, you're watching a random game, you're like, oh, you're half for a second when you're watching, you forget that they're not your player anymore, and that's my guy. I did that with Bobby. I was watching the Saudi Champions League. Oh, that's my guy, Bob. That's like, yeah, you don't even.
Yeah, it's not playing no more.
Yeah. But it's family, extended family, and that. So yeah, man.
But yeah, we mentioned the buyback clause. I know you're right. In terms of the percentage of teams that actually trigger a buyback clause, is pretty less than none in it. No one really does it apart from.
I think Arsenal had one with Fabregas when he went to Arsenal.
Yeah, there's a few. A few teams will do it, but like as many buyback clauses you get put in contracts, hardly anyone really triggers it. I do hope he goes and have a really good season. I do hope he becomes a very good centre back, and then we go and get him back. Because I do look at him and go, yes, there is moments where I look at him and there's inexperience in it. I'm not expecting a complete centre back at his age. I think for a especially in the Premier League, innit, I think 25, 26, that's when you start.
How old was Konate when he came to Liverpool?
I want to say 22. No, it can't be that.
Like Quansah's age, isn't it?
Yeah, he was young though when he came.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's Konate was inexperienced, bro. He still does stuff every now and again, but like he was doing the same thing. Because remember, he was at. I know everyone's gonna lie now, bro, but that's fine. And I was watching them play. Upamecano was the better centre back.
Yeah, it was always him. It was him first.
And then they both started having the little scrappy business every now and then, the big games and stuff like that. So when Konate came in, man would have all these great moments in that, and then he would do something crazy in it. But it is an experience, you're right, bro. Sometimes he's trying too hard as well.
Yeah, because he's got that bit about him, and obviously in some of his press conferences, he said, "Look, I've tried to take out of people's games like Virgil's, and I've taken out my Matip's and Konate's, and you can see it in his game." What I did like about him as well when he was our player is like the fact that he actually got chances to score goals.
Actually,
I see
that header against Villa, his first goal.
Even in the under-21s the other night, like the run from him and then the shot, and then HArvey finished it, and I'm just
he used to go on that amazing. He used to do the Matip run in it, and he just dip off through the team and that. And he's actually really good at passing the ball as well.
Yeah, but it's not our player no more. It is what it is, isn't it?
It's one of those. But, and I've actually not been keeping up with stuff on purpose because I'm trying not to round my head. But the one dude that I said I would take at centre back from a year and a half ago, Guehi, bruv. There ain't no, bruv. I swear to God, if I could find the message, even my son, my son said something. I said, bruv, just run me Guehi in it. I said this to him like time ago, bruv. But if that, then listen, they've done good. Whether I like Quansah or not, that is good business. That is great. It's great business, in fact.
Let's talk about it then, bro, because that's the guy. But listen, we had a conversation. You weren't here. You wasn't here. Was it me, Quasi, Zubiri, and G? I want to say, and some great points was made as well. In terms of why would he leave Crystal Palace to come to Liverpool Football Club to be bench or like third choice centre back when he's the first team captain, international football World Cup year around the corner? What would entice him to come? So firstly, I said, look, Liverpool's a bigger club. No disrespect. So that is there. Champions League football, that's there. I'm also looking at him going, how much I believe in him and how much I think he would believe in himself. Going, yeah, I could come in and I'm young. I'm 24 years of age. Virgil's got 2 seasons left. So by the time I could then step in for Virgil, if that's the case, if that's where his mindset is. I know 2 years is a long time, but it doesn't mean 2 years he's sitting on the bench in the cold waiting. I think he will play games, and I feel like he'll get opportunities. So that was kind of my mindset with it. But it was a great point. Why would he?
I listened to when you lot were talking still, and my initial thought was to agree with what G was saying, but then I was like, I swear we just think like that just because, like, of what we like. Oh, we assume that someone's a captain at another club, so why would they leave being captain? But the difference between, unless you where I don't even know this, and I know he's born in England. But where in England was Guehi born? Does anyone know? Was he born in
chat? If you guys know that, if there's any Palace fans,
because I'm saying, like, unless this geezer's like a Crystal Palace fan or something like that. Remember, he got made captain because Anderson left. He's not like he was.
Yeah, it's true. Anderson left.
And Anderson would have stayed. Remember, Anderson's only been at Fulham for 1 season or something like that. So they tell you what.
He was born in he was actually born in Ivory Coast, but then his family moved to
When he was a baby,
Lewisham.
innit?
Yeah, then he moved to Lewisham, so that's where he grew up.
Which is South.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. But that's what I'm saying. Bro.
maybe he was like under the man there from.
Yeah, bro, it's possible, but like I said, they made it, not they're saying they don't deserve it because he's actually a really good captain, but they made him captain because Anderson left. And Liverpool, think of this, innit? A captain at another club, mid-table club, or playing for Liverpool, bro. That it's Liverpool, innit? And at the end of the day, especially being a Palace player, he would have seen so many people in the Palace vein stay at Palace and not take their move at the right time. Zaha was a perfect example, innit? He should have left, he didn't. And now he ended up leaving the Prem and going to Turkey instead of, he could have went to Arsenal at the time. You know what I mean? So he's watched Elise move and go win the Bundesliga. You know what I mean? He's looking at Eze now, probably thinking, surely you're going to move at some point, bro. Anderson moved. I don't know what that move was about because he went to Fulham, but same, he moved. So there is like, and he knows that Wharton's going to move on soon as well, bro. Like, you got to be smart about your life. And I think for him as well, winning Palace their first trophy. And I think that's their first trophy as well. Like, winning them that and then getting them European football is the perfect time to leave. Or you can say it's the perfect time to stay because I want to try and have a go in European football for Palace. But, bro, at the end of the day, man, big up Palace and that, bro. But the chances of what you've got to win stuff is FA Cup and League Cup. And that's kind of where it stops at the moment. Chances to win stuff at Liverpool is every trophy, bro.
Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League.
It's more reasonable for Liverpool to win 4 trophies with Guehi playing for Liverpool than Guehi not playing for Liverpool. Because you're a first team, really good defender. So now all of a sudden, and it might not be him as well. This is another thing. He might take Konate's spot. I don't know. He might take Konate's spot, bro, because all it takes is what we just said about Quansah. Konate gets injured. Guehi comes in. He's perfect. Not because you're rubbish, Konate, but like that's how football works, bro. If someone's already, what am I bringing you back in for? And I get it because we're Liverpool fans, but we might need to move out of that mindset as well as time goes on if we can get top players. That thing where it's like, why would you want to sit on the bench for Liverpool, blah, blah, blah. Like you said, one, you're not sitting on the bench because obviously we can't guarantee League and FA Cup games because you can get knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
But Champions League is going to be a minimum of a certain amount of games. The Premier is going to be a minimum of a certain amount of games. And both centre-backs are probably not going to play every single game in the Prem. So there's more than enough games for you there. You might take Konate's spot.
Even when we say like Konate, it could even
be
Virgil. Yeah, it might even be like just a couple of games for Virgil. Like, Virgil, like, didn't perform well in the last game. Let's try Guehi. And then Konate and Guehi, like, they just form a good partnership for a couple of games. And then you bring, like, it doesn't have to be like, this guy has to start every game because you do underperform. There's moments in the season when you're like, he lacks a bit of form. And you look on the bench and there's no one there to really go, actually, I'll bring him in for a game and just see. Because it can't be any worse than what we're seeing at the moment. You know, one of those ones. And then sometimes you might hit the nail on it and you'll be like, that's great. It works out. And, they've got good chemistry. Or it might not work and you're like, I've got to stick with the guys I know. But the opportunities are there. You're right. In terms of the FA Cup and League Cup, there's no guarantees, but it's the same for Palace. So
it's even less of a guarantee for Palace.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be rude to them and that, bro, but like, okay, say for example, he plays every game for Palace. So 38 games in the Prem.
Big up.
Yeah, but you're playing 38 games, bro. But you might be losing half of them playing for Palace, bro. You ain't losing all of them playing for Liverpool, bro. Like, it is what it is, man. I think even though there's a valid point to it, all we ever do is praise the other clubs for having other good players in those positions on the bench. But then when it comes to Liverpool, it's a problem, bro. Like, we've all praised Man City over the years for having like-for-like replacements, and these man had it, bro. These that talk. Remember, Ake played every game for Bournemouth, and I didn't even rate Ake then because there's a bare compilation, just Salah and Mane skinning him up every time, bro. So that's all I knew of it, bro. They had Ake waiting in the hyperbolic time chamber for time, bro. For time, they were just doing up Diaz and Stones and that. Took him out, man was Vegeta, bro.
Yeah,
man. The treble season, man was Vegeta, bro. Everyone was talking. Everyone's gonna lie. But wasn't everyone saying he was the best centre back that year?
Yeah, it was, bro.
Okay,
It was
this one.
definitely with a big shout, man. I was like, yo, I know, but he was calm and he was playing left back, left centre back. Like he just felt like he was everywhere, left, centre, mid. Like, but yeah, big up to G. Let me get the
Man like G in that.
G in the building. Big up, G.
Big up, man. Them what you man saying though.
Man like
We're talking about a player potentially we're taking. Obviously, we've spoken in the past about Marc Guehi in terms of getting him across. It looks like it's likely now, based on the reports coming out, that we're looking to table a bid around 30+ million to get him in. And from some of the reports being said, he's definitely interested in leaving Palace to come to Liverpool Football Club. So we're kind of just talking about the conversation me and you and Quansah and Zuberi had, and you guys made a great point, and then our counterpoint was also great points as well. But yeah, and then Savage obviously just mentioned exactly what we said last time. Yeah, there's times in the season where we've complimented City to having all of these quality players on the bench that they could come off the bench and score you, or come in and add the same quality that there was there. Remember, they had like Mahrez coming in off the bench.
That's what I was going to say. It's the equivalent of Mahrez leaving Leicester, and then everyone saying like, why would he leave Leicester getting full football all the time to play for Man City and be on the bench? It's true, but that's what he did do. He didn't come in and play all the games, bro. Like he wasn't even there starting. We knew that Sterling was always going to start. He wasn't the starting person all the time. But guess what, man? Go check his trophy cabinet.
Yeah, that's so true. But yeah, G, I know obviously we had the conversation previously, but yeah, what's your thoughts now? A couple of days into the conversation now, a couple of days gone. Does it look possible now? Maybe change your stance?
Yeah. No, I still think it's a bit different than the City one. I think City get players in and around the same level. According to everybody, Konate and Guehi are not the same level. So it's not really the same thing in that kind of situation. I don't think so. I think they're kind of close.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. What do you think? Because I think they're around the same level.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think I'm starting to realize even more, bro. I think bare people are the same level, and Virgil's so good that like he ups your level, and because individually, when people ask me, someone's one of the best centre backs in the world, I'm like, yeah. And then when they're in a Virgil partnership, I'm like, that's the best partnership in the world, bro. The Hardy boys and that, bro. Man, them rate Jeff really in it. Let's stop lying in it, but like,
I ain't gonna lie.
On his own and that, guys, twist the faith. I hear it. Nah, stop lying, bro. Because even man them know that everyone knows Jeff Hardy's a black man, innit? Everyone knows that. When they're together, that's funny. This is the best tag team around. When they're on the road, Jeff Hardy. Bro, it's just what it is.
Yeah, it's true. No one ever says like, yo, Matt is the...
Bro, man them started rating Matt properly just the other day. When
did Matt get more rating because he had Lita? Do you think he had more, like slightly more people felt like?
Well, we rated him because that was his thing. But you saw what happened with Jeff. Bro, remember Jeff would stand on top of a cage, back his top off, the crowd go crazy.
Yeah, that was mad. It was mad back in Jeff had the yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah, man. All tight Jeff still.
But yeah, big up to the chat, man. Oh, go on, G. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah, listen. I think Guehi is a good defender. I don't mind him coming in whatsoever, because I don't think him and Konate are that much. Bro, look at man fighting with the flies, my brother.
It's not a fly, it's a bee, bro, but it's minor. Minor.
Not the way you're moving, bro. That don't look bad.
No, little zen, calm, bro. Little.
Yo, man, looked like he was fighting for life. What was I saying? Yeah, listen, look, I think getting Guehi is calm. I still think it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we don't know what Arne Slot's telling these lot when he's signing some of these players in it, because
true.
Obviously, Kerkez, Frimpong, Wirtz, I'm pretty sure they kind of know that they're starting next season. Whereas someone like Guehi, he's not starting. So what then happens? Did you get what I mean? And listen, he's got to think about that. He might not care. He genuinely might not care. And it's just about, let me join this team so we can do this. As Savage said, just as I was coming into the stream, about like looking at like Mahrez is like trophy cabinet and stuff like that. kind of thing. Obviously, that will only last for so long anyway because Mahrez wanted to cut because he ain't playing. But in the meantime, look at his trophy cabinet. Do you know what I mean? Premier Leagues for 2 different clubs and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna make anybody want to join the football club. So ultimately, I like Guehi. I don't mind, as I said before, get him in if you want to get him in. I don't actually care like about the battle, like, because like I said, their levels are not far. Like if Konate don't play for 5 games, I couldn't really care less if Guehi is obviously playing. But like I said, it was just more to what everybody in the chat, what people online have always said, which is Konate is all the way up here. He's the next one after Virgil. I promise you, not one single soul outside of us, like in the content world, has ever mentioned Guehi in any level. Do you get what I'm saying? So when we're not even doing that, I'm like, rah. So now he's coming. All of a sudden, it's a good deal. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense to everything you said for the 99.9% of the time. Really and truly, Liverpool, I thought the way that everybody looked at the team, and I thought maybe I was rating the team too highly, was that the way you guys looked at the team was this team is crazy. It's so good that you need to get in Bastoni basically to like come in and he has to be the replacement kind of player, as opposed to getting in someone like Marc Guehi, or you have to get like a Hato, someone who's just mad young, can sit on the bench for like 2 years and it's all right. Whereas a Guehi's right in the middle. I've been playing football for so long. I'm captain, just won a trophy. I am ready for that next step. Let's hope that next step is obviously at Liverpool, kind of thing. Like I said, get him in. But I still think there's let's see what happens, because now you're telling Konate, oh, okay, well, you ain't assured now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you ain't assured. Whether that's a good thing, I have zero idea. I don't know how Konate takes to those kind of conversations, but those, as a centre back, you're gonna only take it one way. Yeah, I mean, really and truly, because the reality is, how many people keep saying there's bare games? I'll be real, there is not bare games. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many times do you rotate your centre backs? We're not Man City. They play 4 centre backs. We play 2 at most. Do you know what I'm saying?
But do we play 2G because maybe Quansah wasn't trusted and obviously Gomez was out?
No. I mean 2 is in like position on the pitch. Like
no, I get that. No, I agree.
Centre backs,
but I would say the only pushback I'd give is, I think, and it's guessing really from myself than anything else than actually being factual. It's obviously Quansah got minutes, but I think when he came in, you could see the gaffer didn't really trust him at times, with just certain moments when I see like first 45 took him off, certain games you'd play him in, take him off. And you're like, no, those are the games you let him finish. You don't take him off in these ones. And then Gomez not being there. So I'm just guessing, if they were all fit, would we see the same partnership throughout the whole season?
I think so.
I know Virgil is someone, but I know Virgil plays in it. It just, does he change?
But even last season, I'm trying to think. Obviously, it's difficult because he didn't really trust.
There's Virgil and Konate most of the time until Konate picked up a knock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Like, I feel like they were going to play anyway, regardless.
I'm saying though about Guehi's age and Virgil's age. Like, maybe they're just trying to be smart, brother. It's an established centre back already, and Virgil signed a new contract up until whenever, and who knows if he's going to sign another one after that and that. So they're probably just preparing and getting the person from now, because I think it's probably a smart thing to do. And obviously, I can't speak for the mindset of Guehi in it. We can go off experience when we look at other players and that. And you would assume that, like you said, it's a good time, his age, to be a centre back, and he's been playing for Palace. He was linked to Newcastle as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Newcastle.
Which looked like a good move for him as well. Like, it looked like a really good move for him. And yeah, man, like I said, it seems like players are moving like that anyway, but it's like a lot of players. I know G just in the video on like football loyalty and that as well. A lot of players have let their I don't want to say careers because it would be rude of me, and it like at the end of the day, if you're a Premier League footballer, you've had a great career, you're successful in life. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you didn't win a trophy, you're a bum and that. You get me? But a lot of them have to watch their counterparts and friends and people in the England squad and all that celebrate all these trophies and all that stuff, and we're just like, oh yeah, what happened to you? We beat the relegation battle. Okay. And the difference is when you can play for a bigger club. If you just don't and no one ever comes in for you, you settle for what you've got and try and make the best of it. But if someone's coming in for you, Newcastle and Liverpool probably seemed like an exciting project. And if Liverpool didn't win the Premier League, you'd probably go to Newcastle just because it probably seemed like I can get straight in that team. It's an exciting project. Shaw's getting older. Bartman keeps getting injured. I've got a spot there. But the fact that Liverpool won the league, it's like, why wouldn't you go to the Premier League winners, bro? Especially if they're trying to build something. It's a new manager still, really. It's only been here a year. And if he backed himself, he won't be thinking I'm coming in to play on the bench. And I don't think that at his age, when the managers or the sporting directors having a conversation about them to come to the club, they're not telling them, yeah, you're going to come in and go on the bench. That's stupid. That's not a good selling technique. Unless you're like, if you're like 32 already as a centre back, they wouldn't need to tell you, bro. You're probably like, yeah, probably gonna sit on the bench and play a bit part. When you're young and that, I don't know. Gray might not think Konate is better than him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he might think, yo, this guy in my little,
Obviously, because Konate does benefit, and it's not a bad thing, but he does benefit from being physically imposing, isn't it? So that's the first thing people look at. But he might be thinking like, brother, this Konate, you, bro, like he's good in that, bro. But us two together, like, what's the difference? And I think he's really good, brother. And that's even when he was playing for England in the Euro, was it the Euros, the last thing we had or whatever?
Yeah,
he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
But he was our best player, bro, for a couple of the games. So, he
stood out.
Yeah, man. It's just, and you know, he's so young that he can come mop up some trophies at Liverpool and then leave if he wants to, bro. I actually think that's going to be the new wave of football anyway. I think people don't trust anyone anymore. I don't think what G was saying about in his video, and that like loyalty in football is a thing, but it's loyal while I'm there, innit? While I've got the job, it's not loyal to the court. So you think Grealish is going to stay at Man City? He won't. But his trophy cabinet looks different to when it was at Villa.
Yeah,
the Villa one was dusty, bruv. Cobwebs and that. So
big up to
Saudi Arabia, man can't tell me. When people always costing these geezers going to Saudi Arabia, and I'm like, you costing them, their trophy cabinet's full, they get paid more money. They're laughing, bro.
Do you know, I saw today a comp of the COVID season, and guess what game popped up? The Villa one. I was creasing. Some of the goals they conceded in that season was mental, you know.
I've never seen a game like that in my whole life, bro. Like, obviously we can't make an excuse because we got smoked in it, but like 4 of those goals are like deflections, bro. Like I thought, you know, like when you look back at it, there's a bit of sympathy for Adrian, bro, because he was diving the right way every time. The ball just
ricochet.
There's one where where Barkley was picking the ball and hit it, and he was diving the right way. He just hit off someone and went the other. I was like, nah, bro, it's fucked, bro.
We had loads of chances in that game, to be fair, as well, but just not taken.
Bro, you know, you say that, but you know when you walk out 7-2 loss, it doesn't even matter how many chances.
Yeah, I don't know why you was watching it. Obviously, there's a part. I'm a bit of a loser for Liverpool sometimes, isn't it? So if we're getting smoked, in my head, we're gonna. If they can score that many goals, we can. And obviously, got to a point where I was like, okay, this is ridiculous now. So what I started thinking is, if we can get like 3 goals back and it finishes 7-5, it don't look as bad.
7-5.
Nah, because 7-2 sounds horrible, bro.
Nah, it was bad.
I don't care the history books. You got smoked by 7, but it's like, it's 2 goal deficit. But when it's 7-2, I'm like, nah, bro, this is horrible. And you remember this? I remember this clearly. And the game earlier in the day was Man U versus Tottenham.
Yeah, I remember.
Man U got smoked 6-1. And my son, when they were getting smoked, he picked up his phone at the end. So I'm messaging my brethren. I swear to God, I said to my son, no, put your phone down, bro. We got a placed. I just meant we might lose to Villa, bro. Brad, you should have seen how thankful he was after that game. He said, yeah, Dad, you're right still.
Yeah, imagine if you would have said something, bro. The amount of abuse you would have got after that would have been mental, you know.
Yeah, 7-2, 6-1, same deficit, same shit. Now you and Man U fans are in the same boat.
One looks worse, though. One looks
but have you ever felt, bruv, I've never felt more comfortable with the fact that even though we got smoked, no Man U fans are messaging me today, bruv. We're just gonna both look at each other and go, yeah, we fucked up today. Let's not talk about it, bruv.
Yeah, Arsenal man ain't gonna really message us. We're all right, we're safe. From one incoming to one outgoing, 40 million Brighton. This could be a perfect move for HArvey Elliott, you know. But he's actually cooking in the under 21s right now. So I don't know if I wanna. I don't know. Would you man give him a little young preseason and then run it again? Or am I going crazy? Okay, see, rah.
You know what I'm gonna say. I'm a fan of HArvey on it, but I don't think the preseason will make a difference because last preseason he was the best player too.
But then he got injured though, Sav. That's why he didn't get to.
No, but Verts just came in, bro. So let's not pretend that like even if it's good in preseason, he's gonna start. He ain't gonna start.
My mind, I lost my mind.
You forgotten it.
I forgot Verts.
You don't respect Liverpool anyway. Like, so how man would forget that Verts?
I've just been giddy over the last few days looking at signings, man. Just getting excited. I took a day off and forgot. That's all it was. Took Sunday off and forgot that we did crazy business.
You know, if he does go Brighton, though, I'll be real. We say it's a perfect move. He's not even guaranteed to start in that team, so it's a bit tricky with him going to.
It's not guaranteed, but probably got a better chance on it more than anything.
Oh yeah, of course, 100%, way better chance. But
you know what?
Where do you play?
I said, bro, run me and Ciso, blood. I ain't even joking. I swear to God, I've got stocks in that youth, bro. And he was on loan at Ipswich all season.
I couldn't believe it would have been a good move.
Harvey's
40 million though. 40 million. That's good money.
Yeah,
that's good. Really good money for Harvey, bro.
Would you guys, similar to what we did with Quansah, put the buyback clause? Would you do that?
It's pointless. I
don't really get the buyback. Like, are you gonna use that? Like, do you think he's gonna be that good? Like in the time?
Maybe there's a percentage where they go, actually, do you know what? If he does become the player we think he can become, but he needs to play consistently, and we can't offer him that, it makes good business sense to add the buyback clause just in case. If he doesn't, we don't lose out. Win-win. We've sold him, so he goes and does his thing, and if he does well, we can then get him for a better price than what everyone else would probably have to come in and get him for. But I don't know, man. It's just one of those ones, isn't it? I think Harvey's kind of left an impression on, I'll say, some, if not most, if not all fans, and then like to just leave in it. And I think I have to get used to it. For me personally, that the gaffer just wants his own squad now. He wants his own team, and it does mean some of the players that I like, some of the players that I rate, he's going to be like, nah, they're not good, bro.
Yeah. You know what? I second that sentiment, man. I think I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't even know why I always have to let people know that I rate the player before I say, like, let them go in it. But I just feel like I have to, because I just, like, I was a fan of Harvey before he got to Liverpool, and I thought it was the right move. But sometimes shit just don't work out like that, innit? And I'm being there when I think of where we want to get to. Not so much people his age, because the age thing is a thing sometimes, but some people just peak different times or are better at different times. I definitely think he can get better because you don't get to play all the time. I think Liverpool's the wrong team for him because he can affect stuff every now and again, but it just seems like the game passes him by. And like now, because when he's linked to teams like Brighton, that feels right, bruv. Because that feels like Harvey's standard of football, where they're a good footballing team, Brighton. We still don't expect them to win the Prem, though, but they're a good footballing team. And they can possibly get European football. It means Harvey will be playing in the Europa League, which is his level. But I think, to be fair, probably affected by the fact that everyone disses the level so much, means that you have to stick up for the player even more. But the Europa League level is not a bad level, bro. Especially when you look at the teams outside of England and who the teams are in. There's Roma and all that, bro. Like, these are not dead levels, bro. He's a good team still. And that is his level, I think. Funny enough, like Brighton, Fulham, these are his levels, bro. I think the best team Harvey could probably play for is like, I don't know, like Villa maybe, and that's about it, bro. But I think everything else above that is probably not his level, bro. Unless somebody builds around him and he's got a certain skill set where the manager's like building around him, playing Harvey in the 10, and we're gonna let him do what he wants to do. I think if you give Harvey a bit of freedom, you'll see a different player, 100%, because you'll play to his strengths, innit? We play a certain way, managers want us to play a certain way, and the effort's always going to be there from Harvey, but the execution of when he tries the things, not attacking wise, when it's the defensive side of the game and that he tries everything, it just doesn't work out for us. So it's what it is, man. It's one of those.
It's tough, man, because obviously you want to see, because we want from that 16-year-old, you're like, yo, hitting the ground running, exciting, looking dangerous. You're like, yo, he's probably going to be one of those world beaters. And it's still early, because man pretending like he's at the back end of his career, he's still very young. So there's still time to go out there and go and achieve that level of greatness in terms of football, leaving a mark. But this probably ain't the right club at the moment.
No, it's probably not the right club. Because I'll tell you, what I had to realise is, man, know how you seen my pin. Everyone's seen what my pin tweet is, and it don't change, brother. It's real, brother. It's never changing. If I think of Rio and Harvey Harvey's obviously a better footballer than him.
Mm.
When I think of bruv, when I see Rio, bruv, when I see that, bruv, I'm like, yeah. See, I don't need to speak in it, man. No, this
Yeah.
that's enough for me to be like, yeah. Like if only one of them is gonna be able to play, run me Rio, bruv. I just like I need that.
Mm.
Yeah, do you get me?
That's the one. That's true. If you're asking which one I'd rather see, I ain't gonna lie. I want to see
Funny
that
enough,
one.
Harvey might be one of those that like Italy, bruv. I swear to God, I ain't even joking, bro. When I see how they play, bruv, and it doesn't have to be all the big teams. When I'm watching them that league, bro, I'm like, it's Harvey. But hey, man, he's what it is. Can't complain. He's got 2 Prem medals in it.
2 Prem medals.
Oh, bro, this geezer's laugh. He's cooking on gas as a Liverpool fan. Yeah, man, 2 Prem medals. Lived out the dream. Your dad's happy with you, yeah, man. Cause obviously we had the dad documentary.
Yeah, not the Liverpool documentary, the dad documentary. That was crazy as well. What's his I'll ask you this quickly, G, and you can get into what you was gonna say. What's his best position then, bro? Because he came in as a right winger, then got shoehorned into the like a more of a central role, like right-sided 8. Then started looking at himself as a 10. Then got told, no, I don't look at you as a 10. You're a right winger. Where does he need to go and play to get the best out of himself? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I think he needs to sort out what is he actually good at. I think once you sort that part out, that position will just come naturally. So whatever that is, are you someone who's fantastic at close ball control? Are you great in tight spaces? Are you good at finding pockets of spaces? Like, I think at the moment he's one of those jack of all trades. He can do a little bit of of everything. He can sometimes pop up in space. He can sometimes, shoot from outside the box. He can, he can find passes, and then he's in the midfield, and sometimes he tries really hard, and he can attack. I feel like top players have their positions because they're good at whatever that one thing is that makes you think, well, this is why you play in that position. When you think of every top player that you can think of, in fact, fuck it, just every player you can think of, even like John McGinn, and I rate McGinn, by the way. Think of John McGinn, bruv, you're not putting him anywhere else but midfield. Like, I'm not putting him right wing. I'm not saying he can't pop up there, but you're putting him in midfield because of what he can offer you, which is I've got boundless amounts of energy and I can play a bit of football as well. Whereas with Elliott, you're almost like, okay, you can do bare stuff. We need you to hone in on one thing. Like, what's that one thing that is your niche? Whatever it is, do that. And then, you know what I mean? You'll find it. Obviously, it doesn't help because Klopp kind of messed it up anyway because he was a right winger and you start playing him in midfield. So it's like, is he a right winger then or not? So that's really not the.
You know what happened there, innit? You bring a player to Liverpool when Salah's there, bro. I don't know what, like.
But that was when you guys. That's what I was gonna say about you, man, and Rio. The reality is, someone like Rio, at this moment in time, doesn't look like he would make it at Liverpool at this moment in time, purely because. Think of every. How old is Rio? 16, right? Or 15?
16, 17. Yeah, 16, 17, one of them.
So I'll go with the younger end, yeah? Just to give the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. He's 16. Think of every 16-year-old you've ever rated in the whole time you've watched football, right? Just think of all of them. I would say by about the time they hit 17, they're more or less in and around that first team. They're probably even in the first team anyway. And then it's just maybe there's one Donny who's just there, who's like 29, 30, 31. And then they're just waiting for him to, kind of, you think of Ronaldo, obviously how young he was, and then obviously him coming in. I don't know, Messi. I'm using the top end, but just
I was about to say, bro, using Ronaldo and Messi is dirty work, bro.
No, can you use Cesc as well? Cesc.
Oh yeah, that makes it better. Ronaldo and Messi.
No. But like, what I'm trying to say is,
all right, wheelchair. Let's go wheelchair then.
He was even a bad boy as well. But what I'm trying to say is that you see when you look at these players, right, at this kind of young age, and when we start to, this is why when we start to talk about some of these young players, it's so difficult because the reality is, if you're that good, as we think at his age, and I think Rio is a baller, I would expect you really to be kind of in and around that first team, kind of by next season. I'll be like, yeah, by the end of next season, I kind of need you in the kind of first team. As in, I need you to be looking like you can come in and it's not too much of a stress at this current moment in time. So when I look at these kind of players, Harvey Elliott was the same thing when he joined. Unfortunately, you've got Mo Salah there in that position. So it is going to be a catch-22. But guess what? You're not of a level of, unfortunately, and we have to bring these kind of guys in. Unfortunately, you're not Lamine Yamal, where it's like, you know what, because you're that level, maybe we can think about shifting Salah up. Maybe we can even have that conversation where you're not that level. Now, I'm not saying you have to be at that level, by the way. What I'm trying to express is that at Liverpool, you need to be of a certain level. If we're trying to do this whole we're this great team and blah, blah, blah. Most of these 99.9% of the players that we've got in this academy are not even close. So the reality is you're trying to fit these guys in.
To be fair though, are you thinking more right side? Because I think he obviously plays left, innit? So, and if we go by what the context of everyone, from the Liverpool fan base, they want to get rid of the two left guys. So he probably does stand a chance.
No, they want to get rid, but they ain't trying to play Rio. Man will sign
you are making a valid point, to be honest. But the difference between Rio and Elliott is that, like, obviously Rio needs more time because Elliott was a first-team footballer in two other clubs before he come to Liverpool. Whereas, but that's why when I said about Rio, I didn't even go on to, like, I would send Rio on loan now. I would send him out on loan now. But obviously, we have to think of from a human point. He's still a kid, innit? Like, so like just dashing him in a different country and that, bro. Like, obviously he's gonna need support around him and all that stuff. But I would send him out on loan because I think he's cold. Like, I just think it's cold. You are right, but you two are scumbag because you pick the highest level of players. I don't know. No, I'm not having it. Bro. One of them got bathed by Messi. One was Messi, and one's Ronaldo.
No. The reason why I use those kind of
the greatest assister
is just, and I'm not saying you two specific because I've spoken to you guys. We've spoken about Rio. I'm just more talking about sometimes you guys have been in academies and you're working currently. You know what I mean, in football as it is, right? When you look at these players, right, there's a reason why there is a Lamine Yamal in the first place. There's a reason why there's a Kylian Mbappe. There's a reason why these guys will always make it regardless of their age. Now, the rest of the guys who we rate, let's just say like a Rio, realistically, they're probably going to end up in like an Elliott position unless you get mad lucky in a situation where you've got a Diaz and a Gakpo, and it's like, if they both leave and you just seem to just hit the right time. And if all of that timing works, then Rio, yes, he could potentially come into the team at the age of 17, 18, but he's going to need to come in 17, 18. Are we saying that you keep Rio till he's like 20, he's sitting around till 20, not playing games?
That's why I said
games at most. I'm with you. I'm like,
to play first team football.
You need to play first team football. If we're going by, we think this brother's a baller. I think Rio's a baller, by the way. So I'm looking at Rio and I'm saying, I need you to go somewhere for like 2 years. Like, I'm needing 2 years where you can go and play football. Because the reality is, if you're good enough, you're old enough. So instead of us sitting here saying, let's play him. He's played against Accrington, whatever it was in the FA Cup that he did. I'm like, brother, forget that level, man. Like, I ain't trying to say that's all like non-league, Sunday league kind of level. Like, I'm not trying to see all of that. I'm trying to know, can you really play though? Like, I need to know, can you really play? You know what? I need to see you play against even Ipswich. How about that? I just need to see you play against that because that's a Premier League level, but it's at the bottom of the Premier League. I need to know what you're like because the reality is, let's keep it a buck. We know what it's like. Nketiah was bagging mad goals in the Arsenal academy under 21s. Ryan Brewster was the best thing since sliced bread. Bro, I just saw a video documentary on Brewster the other day about falling and that. I said, falling? Thought he's like bad young. It's not even like he's crazy old. So I'm trying to see Rio because I think Rio is a top player. I think he's like a really, really good youngster. But I'm looking at the other youngsters and I'm like, but these men are starting to get into first teams though, or they're at least considered a first team player. They're not considered a youth player no more. Fuck that.
To be fair though, you was right about like the people around that age, but the only caveat I will say, what man are leaving out is like, you have to like, with Liverpool and that, but take away the highest caliber of 16, 17-year-olds and that, bro. Because I didn't say that he was the best 16-year-old in the world and that, because I just don't know yet. All the other ones who get into them teams normally, into all of these other teams, their team's not doing that well, bro. So it's like a last resort. Even like when Man U started to bring in, like, they brought in Maino in that a little bit later and Rashford and all. This is all off the back of these lot struggling. They're all struggling for a player, all struggling to do something here. Liverpool's not struggling for anything at the moment. They just won the league. We're trying to take the next step. But this is where, like, when we rate our managers and stuff like that, and obviously I do, that's where they have to do their job because that's part of their job as well, bro. Like, have you taken this kid in to train with the first team? So you're making him first team, okay? And what do you want to do with him? Oh, well, blah blah blah. Well, you need to speak to that under 18s or under 21s coach and let him know we want to use this guy, and we think that in a year's time he's ready. So you need to send him out on loan. You can't just be sitting on your laurels, letting him just fester away. Because then you have these problems where like someone's too good for the youth, but not good enough for the first team, so they're stuck.
Yes,
and they need to be sent out, bro. And you have that quite a lot with our players, where it's like, I watch the youth teams games, so sometimes people throw names at me, and I'm like, nah, watch them play, bro. Like, that person's not as good as you're saying. You just tune into a game where Trent Doherty scored like a banger or something like that. But they've been spoke about for time, so like, why is he still there then? So he needs to be moved on. And I think our clubs ran really good, but I think that's part where we're lacking because, like I said to you before, I'll be watching the Bundesliga and I'll be watching a random game, bro, and then they'll be mentioning some kid, and I'm like, this name doesn't sound German. And I go, no, it's from the Chelsea Academy. So what the fuck, bro? Kids everywhere, bro. Look, that's how man talk about Gittins now all the time, bro. But he got moved on early, bro. Like they got to move them, innit?
Look at Marc Guehi. Look at Marc Guehi.
Give them more games.
Literally.
Give them more games. All right, then, boys, and we'll last but not least, we'll talk about Mr. Kerkez because it might be this week. I'm saying might be, will be this week. Word on the street is either today or tomorrow. Medical will be done and dusted, and then it will be our left back going forward, man. The guy that's been working for the club for the last, I want to say 2 months, or has it been longer than that? Am I getting the timelines wrong? Has it been longer than that, or has it been?
I think it's been just about.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. This geezer's
He's liked every picture of throughout the whole contract situation. He's like that for Virgil and for Salah. He's just liked it. Trophy celebration.
I kind of want to let him off because how old is he?
21, 22.
Obviously, it must be mad exciting to get a move to Liverpool, isn't it? But his work has been disgusting, bro. Nah, bro. Yo, Twerker's the first, bro. Yo, you might have to keep the name Twerkers for a while and that until he shows me a couple of assists, bro. Little jerkers and that. He's moving crazy, bro. Moving desperate, you know.
He wants to move, Sav. He wants to come to the Premier League winners, bro. He wants to come and join the best team in the country, the best team in the land.
I would understand if this is Real Madrid. I can't even lie, but where it's not, I'm always like,
G, what are you doing, man? Relax, bro.
Nah, but like, you should just sat there for 2 minutes and just said he's desperate. He's Twerkez. I'm not calling him that.
No, we turned the corner, G. We're as I said to you, as Liverpool fans, we're no longer looking at that club as they're bigger than our club, bro. We're looking at it as we're
lying to ourselves.
No, we're not lying to ourselves, bro.
but we are lying. I don't want to lie. I can't lie.
Commercially, they are big. Like,
hey, bro, you got to love G, bro. G, missus come downstairs and said, "Yo, do I look fat in this?" Yep.
What did we say? No. Now I'm lying to you. Now you're gonna go out. Your belly's just gonna flop as you go down. That makes sense. Put something else on that's a bit more flattering. But even forget that. Like, the thing is, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? He's moving to Liverpool, and maybe like,
best team in England, by the way.
Maybe
the so-called best league in the world.
Wait there. Oh, yeah, and let me just try something. G, say that Liverpool's the best team in England, bro.
Based off of last season, Liverpool.
Nah, I didn't say Adex.
They are based off of last season.
Liverpool. No, don't say based off last season. Liverpool the best club in England, bro. We're the best team in England.
Based off of last season, 100%, 1 million. I can't disagree.
You do know that we've got the most trophies in the country, bro, as well. The highest decorated club.
I have not said anything. I said
no. I'm just letting you know because I don't know if you know.
Great. That's Liverpool.
The highest decorated club.
Based off of last season, Liverpool are the best team in the country, 100%.
So when we kick off in August against Bournemouth, first team to play on a Friday, are we the best team in England then?
Yes.
Okay.
Based off of last season, but yes, as I was saying, like I get it, man. I mean, but I also think maybe he's known about this, or maybe they've been talking to him for time, so that's why he's been this excited and stuff like that, you know, for so long, because remember, we're getting this like, okay, we're bidding for him now in the summer. Maybe he's known since January times. Like, no, Liverpool are fully in for me. Like, you know what I mean? Let me, obviously, he was like, he had a decent season. Maybe I can just keep going, you know what I mean? Keep putting in the performances. Then he obviously, as he knows, like the Fabrizios, David Ornsteins, them man keep putting stuff, you know what I mean, out there kind of thing. So he's just thinking, yo, this shit's real. You know what I mean? Like, this is actually real. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, like, listen, it is a bit desperate. I get it. And it's coming across a bit cringe at times, but ultimately, you would rather have someone who's keen to join than someone, I guess, who didn't really want to join, but is kind of being forced to join because of the, I don't know, situation. Like, I was listening to Rabiot, and he spoke about Manchester United, and he said, yeah, man, I ain't going there. Like, they wanted him. They were proper like, yo. Yeah, try to force him there. He's like, bro, like, look at the situation. They're man, I'm trying to go to fucking Manchester United. And I was like, yeah, you see, that's so wild because Man United fans spent about 2 years saying, bro, let's sign Rabiot on a free. Let's get him. He can come into our midfield. And I was like, it's mad because he don't even want to come. So do you even want that kind of player at your team? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So
I would say most of these they convince their players in it because they paid them more money. Sometimes they probably don't even want to join them. It's like,
look what agent fees, bro. You get me?
Yeah, what, you think Di Maria was looking at freaking Man United and saying, "Yeah,
let me tell you, bro, 20% of 300,000 and 20% of like 50s, two different things, bro. Run me my money, bro. You get me? Nah, listen, I'm gonna leave Kerkez for a bit still. I'm just gonna say, yeah.
His name is Kerkez, guys. His name is Kerkez.
Nah, it's Kerkez, man.
Kerkez,
okay, so you can call him Kerkez, but I can't. Okay.
All right, Kerkez, bro.
No, because you disrespected our club, not the player, bro.
Yeah.
You just disrespected a player.
Nah, bro, he ain't signed the dot.
He ain't signed yet, bro.
He ain't signed yet, bro.
Okay, I'm just saying. Guys in the chat, if the second that he signs for the football, I'm looking at the chat, by the way. The second he signs for the football club, you just make sure, just count how many times Enns and Savage say Kerkez.
Savage started, by the way. You're saying
it doesn't. Listen, you're doing the he started it stuff.
All I'm saying,
he started. That's factual. He started the Kerkez.
Take responsibility. Take responsibility.
Kerkez the first.
All I'm saying is, bro, as long as the energy that he's put into twerking for Liverpool, he puts that energy on the pitch, we're good.
Yeah,
you better play like you better play like you're desperate to play for Liverpool now, bro. After all of this, you get me? See them things that move all desperate to get your number and that you don't want them. Oh, no, we don't want you still. I want to stay single. She working all that. You get her and that. Then the blowjob's mad. Trash blood. Nah, bro. You better make it work. Take your teeth out of something, bro. God, the way you was moving.
Man said take your teeth.
Nah, I'm giving you all them text messages talking about you don't want it with me, Savage. I'll eat you alive. You know them things that just start talking rubbish. You sure you can handle all of this? I'll eat you alive. And you're just there as man. Them like, for real. You know they have to just lie on the message. For real, yeah, man. You're moving mad still. I feel like I can't even handle it. He's talking about can't handle it. Man, go gym still. Ain't nothing to me, bro.
I realize you just said take your teeth out. You know how dummy and that. I'm still thinking that is wild, you know. That is actually wild, bro.
Hey man, bro, don't mock teeth right, bro. You get me? Like obviously.
What no teeth in that? Just anyways, let's move on.
I said you just cringy out, bro.
Yeah, I'm just thinking there's no way you can look up at me and you're trying to smile. Nah, that's all this.
Nah, but I'm with you though, Sam, man. He has to, the way that he's twerking, he has to come in and give us that same energy, bro. He can't come in and do some dumb stuff. He can't come in and be this lackadaisical, bro. He has to come in and cook, bro.
I hear it, man. The Cavs are pricks, though, bro. Do you see Thingy? Do you see Frimpong's interview? With
YouTube.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the whole thing.
I said he wants all the trophies still. You get it?
Yeah, I heard
the way he talks, man, said I'm a winner, bro. I come here to win, innit? I didn't come here to. Nah, I love it, bro. And he said, Flo, yeah, he said he's a winner as well, bro, and he loves pressure.
I'm gonna lie, bro. I don't want to say too much, but can one of the man them get one of them interviews, or is it just like a.
Bro, you know, like that. Like,
you know, them way there, bro.
Where was that interview, though? What was it for again? Was it like a little.
It was a New Balance event.
Oh,
sponsored by them,
okay, fair.
Oh, what?
Just saying, man.
AGT sponsored by them.
No, the
Frimpong is New Balance.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Why was my man there though?
I don't know, but I'm guessing it was in Liverpool or something, probably. And they probably just done the content creators, blah blah blah. You get me? Because obviously certain men are on the payroll and that little list. Don't get me wrong though. Don't look at me. I'm not hating. Throw me on the payroll. I'll say positive things about. Pay me. I'll say positive things about Kerkez all season. I'll lie to everyone's face, bro. Man, be letting goals, and I'm like, it wasn't his fault, blood. It's Virgil's. Bro. I told you already. Don't mess with me.
Throw Virgil under the bus here as well.
Because I've been noticing a few things, bro. Like some man are, they got my man. I don't know what his name is, so I don't even want to mess it up. And that he used to be a YouTuber, bro, and now he's always on Sky Sports, or he's always with interviewing the Liverpool players. The Asian dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Because I remember I used to watch his thing because they used to do him and his brother used to do a podcast on a bus. It was cold. Like they used to be on a double-decker bus and they do the podcast upstairs. There's him. There's Ruby.
Yeah, that's it.
The little light-skinned one. Who I saw on the picture with Trent and his family somehow. I don't know what was going on there, but I don't know somehow she infiltrated the family. You get me? There's this dude what we're talking about. Then there's that Italian paid actor, bro, who's everywhere. No, bro, someone needs to explain that to me, bro. I'm being dead serious.
He always gets the camera shots, so for real, still.
Bro, they're deaf, bro. They have, bro. There's no way. Every time they've got a camera shot of him, it's mad expressive, isn't it? Now, the game's 90 minutes, but we all know throughout the game, there's some parts where it's just like, bro, they get him perfect in between all the crowd every game. And then when we were going to Liverpool for the parade, he was on the billboard, bro.
Yeah.
There's something going in the paid actor, bro. He's not. I don't think he's Italian, bro. I think he looks Italian. He's from Sheffield, bro. He's not, bro. Like,
no, I've heard him speak Italian though.
Dude, he's a paid actor, bro. That's what good actors do.
Bro. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
How many man thought Idris Elba was from Baltimore or whatever, bro? In The Wire, he ain't. Man, thought Damson was from LA. He ain't. Bro.
Yeah, Damson's a British shoot from South.
Yeah, bro. They planted man, bro. Like that, bro. Plant me.
I said,
don't get it twisted, man. I'm watching. I'm not hating. Plant me, bro.
Sam said he needs some roots, man. Let man grow, lad, please. Let man grow, innit? Oh, shit. All right, man. Listen, we'll leave it there. Man, have you got any videos you're planning to do today, or any videos coming out today? Because Savage on a rebrand right now, so shout out to Sav.
Yeah, man. Positive Sav, Zen Sav. You know the vibes, bro. Nothing at the moment. I'm probably gonna go produce some pre-record soon. But Monday, I don't know. I'll let man know though, obviously. But
all right. We go to the chat. G, what are you saying, bro? You back this week? You know, back in the lab, cooking up videos, cooking up some lives.
I'll do a live maybe on like midweek, Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see what when Kerkez actually finally signs, then we can really have a conversation. But I'll have a premiere I've got to record a video. I'll premiere it for tomorrow morning. I feel like I got to explain myself, so we're gonna explain a few things, and then we'll chop up. But I know Friday to Sunday, I'll be back on my other channel, so we'll do some because I'll be free this weekend. So yeah, we can chop up.
In the Discord, man, them are asking why is G not done the video yet. I don't even understand how G's getting mentioned in the Discord about your video, the R&B one that people have been asking for.
Yeah, we have to deal with the question while G's not even in the Discord, bro. Bullshit.
But which one haven't we done though? We've done.
I don't know if
the ones that we literally mentioned the other day.
But we ain't no bands on it. That was the next one. Groups.
Oh, but that was literally mentioned just after the thing though, man. We've done the male, we've done female, we've done cartoons, we've done Nickelodeon. Done quite a few actually, to be fair. So
big up to James also becoming a member. As I said, guys, we're gonna have members only video, members only chat, I should say. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Starting from this Thursday, man. So bring your questions, whatever. We'll chop it up, man.
Is there any questions we can ask you?
Yeah, well, if you're on the panel, you can ask. If you're in the chat, you can ask. If you're a member,
no, I'm gonna purposely be in.
You're a mod in it, so you get let in. The doors will be closed, but mods obviously get in and members get in.
So and I just wanted to make sure it's any question. Like, they have to be football related.
Nah, it don't have to be. We just chop it up in it. Obviously within reason, innit? Man, ain't trying to.
Within reason is your members.
Yeah, it can't be any crazy questions, bro.
You can't. You're not person to talk about within reason, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because man, them are still messaging me asking about what I was talking about with that sinners ends nose blood. There was sin. The vampires trying to get in this yard, bro. Man, phone me for help from London, bro. Like I can do anything. London, somehow, bro. What you want?
I didn't even invite, but yeah, I did invite them in, to be fair. So
Yeah. You didn't invite them, and you got saved, bro.
Shit. Well, listen, big up to the guys. If you haven't liked the video yet, smash a like on it. Might be back later, man. See what else is on in the world of football. Maybe there's more news around Liverpool. Maybe there isn't. Guys, you're going to be redirected to the members only video if you're a member. Obviously, see you then. If you're not, then sorry, man. The doors will be closed. So I've big up to you.
Before you go, right? People in the chat, right? You know what I want you guys to do? I want you, anytime you go on someone else's show, right? And you've just come from like Enz's stream or Savage's stream or my stream. Anytime you go anywhere else, don't say nothing in their chats. Just listen for 5 minutes. Just spend 5 minutes. Don't even comment. Just listen. Then you'll start to understand why I think 99.9% of the content creators are idiots, and they're quite dumb in some of the things that they say. And you guys shouldn't be wasting your time over there. You should be over on Enz's stream. You know what I mean? So for those who haven't subscribed, make sure you're always subscribing, because of the content, the conversations that he's bringing you, they're really, really good, man. So make sure you spend your time over here, because some of the things I've heard over the weekend, they're real LOL moments. Real LOL moments.
Can we speak about Enz's vest as well? Because why does it keep changing?
I don't know. He's got bare vest.
Now he's got the rate.
You know why the arms are getting the chest and
man said the arms don't fit through the regular vest, bro. So we have to have the drop.
Yeah, you got the chest and the arms and the shoulders are getting bigger. So we gotta change it up, man. Can't, or else it look too tight. Don't want to be on screen looking tight, innit?
Why not?
Not gonna say pause. I'm not gonna say pause. Just leave it there.
Man, them stop. You know what I mean? Content creators stop plagiarizing Enz's thumbnails, bro.
Yeah, and also that too. Yeah.
Now I just keep seeing thumbnails and I'm thinking it's Enz, and I'm like, that's not Enz, but that's Enz's thumbnail, bro. It's clearly obvious that's Enz's thumbnail as well.
Clearly from Enz's thumbnail. We know you've taken it, which is fine, but at least give Enz some type of credit. Like, I don't know, put his logo on there too. Like, I don't know, like do something.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
James Bond said real idiots 100% raw. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but see, people in the chat, they know, because people in the chat, they know they're not dumb. I know there's some smart people in this chat. They watch some of the channels. I skim through some of the channels. I listen to some of the content. I'm like,
now I hear it. And obviously, I'm on a peaceful one now. I've changed, man, and that. So now
I'm changing. I'm gonna be like Savage. I'm gonna
yeah. That's what it is. PLG and Zen Savage, bro. And I'm just saying,
I don't know if it's wrong.
Understand. Some people seem to all of a sudden have pectorals blood like chest. Because
yes.
Sometimes I get a suggested video, I'm washing up, it starts playing, and I thought man was speaking to me with Vim, bro, but I heard man get a bit racy, and I was like, oh, man just declared war. I couldn't believe it, bro. You know, I had to run into my kitchen with soap, fairy liquid all on my hands, like, raw, man talking to me. All the football, bro. I told you, just stop with the thing. I was like, rotted. Okay, you know when you man have seen this before with content creators, bro. They go from being a certain way, then one day they're just like, you got chest for my man, you got chest for my. I'm like, oh, okay. I hear it still, but it's the internet, so I hear it. You already know.
Do you guys think I'll get that way ever?
No, not in the. I don't think you'll do the aggressive thing, because there's no need. Like that's weird. No. The aggressive thing is mad weird, bro. Because everything
will call you out anyway.
I know you man are deep, bro. You man will definitely make videos about me as well.
Yeah, I'll be like, bro, you see Ends, he needs to stop bro, don't worry about that. That will never happen with Ends. But I'm just saying, for other people, Savage is right, man. Like, that's a joke. I'm just picturing now, like, you just run into the kitchen with hands like,
bro, you don't understand. When I couldn't believe it, bro. I was just like, bro, over football. So, bro, like, man, have to remember, over football, you know.
That's the bit that confuses me the most. It's
because now it's like a man trying to do this thing now where it's like a dictatorship thing. Like, if you're on a panel or whatever, everyone has to have the same views. Otherwise, you're a prick and let's go to war. Because that's what it sounds like, bro. Like, if you don't agree, let's fight, bro. I'm like, no, it's normal discourse. That's why I do wonder, like, maybe man them didn't have that Actually, these men are older as well. If it was younger, I'd understand because some youngers didn't have the, the period where man were sitting in pubs and all that talking about football. Some men never went through that, innit? Or being on the roads and talking about football. They've just been the internet. But I'm like, if I was in a pub and man spoke to me like that, I'm just going to jab you in your throat, bro, because why are you talking to me like that?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's even...
yeah, bro. This crazy, bro, WKD bottle on the head, bro, what are you talking to? But I'm like, I don't understand why man are getting that hype. Like, this person doesn't agree with you. Okay, we can have a laugh about it, or we can do the heated discussion kind of thing, but they're mad vim for man. I'm like, rah, it's just football, bro. It's just football. You get me? Virgil don't love you, bro. Relax. Bro. Slot don't love man, bro. Relax.
Might like me though. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, when you start seeing ends on them Nivea and Google Pixel ads and that, it's over for us, bro.
That's why I gotta get the chest right, Sam, because I
need to try to speak to End of that. Yo, End, I see you on that Google Pixel ad. Obviously, I'm a fan. Can I speak to them? He's like, nah, not really gonna do that still.
No, I wouldn't.
Go and start scrolling through his channel. I'm like, and do you know the videos that I used to be on with the streams? How come they're not up anymore? Nah, they're unlisted, bro. God.
They're just unlisted, like they're
yeah. That's how Nick
he won't delete them. He won't delete them. But he will
no. I'll save them there, and it just so if you run your mouth, they're still there. You can't say I delete them, but look at unlisted, look at private.
You can only view if you got the link. What? That's crazy. So it can't even go out to everybody. It's just go out to like some people. That's mad. Only the 5 people can view it. Nah.
You know the one was wake up one day. It said Ends left the WhatsApp group, bro. Start messaging him on his phone. Ends, you good? Blanked. And then you just hear him on stream 6 weeks later. Like, obviously, I changed my number and that. If you've got my number, you're the homie. If you haven't, on you. Like, bro.
Nah. That sounds bad. Nah, it make me sound bad. No, I wouldn't. I would be so calm, man, if I get there. I think the bad one will be you, Sam, if you get there. I think that's where we see the difference.
Like, Cav, I'll ask Cav, who do you think would the bad one be? Because I remember me and Cav we got left to our own devices last week.
No, Sam, I apologize for that already, bro. Why are we still bringing that up?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be the bad one because I've told all of you, man, I'm selling out, bro. So I'll be still speaking to man. I'll just tell you the truth, bro. Like, nah, I'm trying to get paid. Then man said that you are bringing me down. I'll talk to you behind the scenes.
No, but it's true though. If man's, you know what I mean? If you're like hogging man's pay and that.
Yeah, bro. I'll tell man though, like, obviously if it's an industry event and they give me some tickets and that, and it's not a guest, I'll give you like the tickets, of course, bro. But if it's on the video thing and they said, nah, bro, like we're looking to can't have them man and that we don't like their branding. You get what I mean? Like, start saying dumb shit to me in the boardroom. Like, they're savage. The people you with, they're a little bit too urban. I'm like,
yeah. I've always thought they were a little bit too far left. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They seem to be a little bit like hip hop-ish. It's not what we're really going for. You know what I mean? You man think I'm in that boardroom talking about what do you mean by hip hop-ish? You're trying to be racist? No, I'm not saying that, bro. Pay me.
I'm like,
pay me.
They are a bit.
Yeah, they are a bit. They are a bit. Black, aren't they? Like, they are a bit. You know what I mean? They're bringing us down as a culture, bro. Yeah, I'm on that, bro. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? They start saying dumb shit to you. Like, we're not really looking for like a storm type. We're trying to move away from that. I'm like, yeah, they are very stormed in. Like, let's
yeah, you know what and I know they'll be like, yeah, Sam, you're not really like that though, but No,
I'm not like that. It's like they just start saying dumb shit. Like, we don't have a problem with like you. It's the other ones. What do you mean by the other ones, bro? The proper blacks. I agree. Fuck them, man, bro. Fuck them, man, bro. Yeah. They keep coming in the office with the Caribbean food and such. Yeah, trust me. I'm on fish and chips, mate.
Just to get the deal, Sam. I hear it. Big up to G. That's it.
Listen, I'll be honest with man. I don't understand why brethren have a problem with each other. As long as you're honest with your brethren, sell out. Fuck it.
Yeah, I hear it.
As long as behind the scenes, I'm in the back office and screaming out like, Ents, we played them, bruv. We played them. You get me? They send me some free stuff from Samsung and Canon. Hold that, Ents. That's for you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Where's Rio and Roman? I ban them. I got free Liverpool top. Hold that. You get me? But on stream, fuck Ents and fuck those kids, bro. I don't give a shit. Yeah, bro. I don't talk to this guy. I told Ends ages ago. Man, I have to realize. I said to him, bro, I can't help myself, but the way I speak sometimes, innit? If you get to the point, you need to just discard, man. Just kick me off the stream, bro. I don't care. I'll be in StreamYard in the back office watching the stream. Kick me off. Trying to get man paid. Ends comes to me like, yo, Ends, Zav, you keep talking about blowjob before 11:30 and that, bro. It's kind of mad still. Like, I'm trying to get paid. We got the yellow when the dollar sign's yellow. So my bad, bro. Maybe I won't join them ones still. Yeah, man.
To be fair, though, I think the kids should be at school before 11 anyway.
Yeah, it's true, man. Man, they have to be proper brethren to each other, bro. I ain't stopping man's bag, bro. You get me? That's what I'm saying. That's what I told man. Philly could never be mad at Chunks, bro. You better start a podcast on your own. That's what. If I was Philly, that's what I'm telling Chunks. I said you weren't out here strangling things. It was me.
Start your podcast and keep doing your money, bro. Man. Hey, the podcast was cold as well. I don't know if you watched. I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I think the last one I watched was them and Chip, I think, and then I was looking forward to the next one, and that it just never came, bro. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that has to run still, bro. They're proper brethren and that. That's why I said when everyone's cussing him online, like, oh, Chunks ain't even said anything to defend him. I'm like, yeah, Philly's a proper brethren. He told Chunks not to say anything as well.
Yeah,
I want to say something. I think I seen Thingy talking about it, Angry Ginge, because they just started that pro clubs team in it like a 6 months ago. And they asked him about it, and he was like, yeah, he was a bit mad. It was a bit of shock and that, but I can't really say much. No, God, you can't say it. I'm like, bro, why do you not think defending my brethren online means that I'm not online's not real, bro? Behind the scenes, I'm checking up on man. I'm sending him money and that, bro. Like, yo, you good, bro? What we need to do in that, bro? But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Philly needs to get a trim though car. If you're trying to boss case, bro, looking like a caveman,
do you know? I've always wondered that. Is that something where they do it for media? Like they go, oh, you have to look like you're down.
But he looked what ends because of what he's got in trouble for. Regular Philly, I'm not making excuses. We're not talking allegedly and all that. Regular Philly taking care of himself, strangling a thing, or caveman, homeless looking Philly strangling a thing. I'm picking caveman Philly. I said he did it. He did it. He did that.
But Sav, I never get that, bro. They go into whatever looking fresh, trim, clothes looking good.
Yeah.
Then a month or 2 later, man look homeless. I'm like, how does that even translate?
I actually think that. I think Philly's not doing it on purpose, but I think he's scared on it because he's so popular, bro, that like naturally we're gonna say, yeah, you just get a barber to come to your hotel room and trim you in it. But he doesn't know that barber's a piece of shit, bro. The barber can go there, get paid, and then start recording. Oh, I'm in there with Philly, blah blah. You get me? So obviously, every time we see him, the only time we see him is when he's walking in and out of court, and he looks crazy, bro. And because he won't say nothing to the press, and he's just walking past them. I'm like,
looking mad scruffy in that same clothes.
At least if we saw him look scruffy in the past, it wouldn't be a shock. But he looks crazy, bro. I'm like, nah, you look like you did it now. You did it. I don't give a shit. I stand with the woman, bro, until you get a trim.
Until you get a trim, bro. I don't know. But I don't know how long these are going to last because I'm hearing like different countries want him now as well, which is crazy, bro.
Spain is wanted in Spain, and I think they've just added another charge on.
You know, man, if you bust case in one country, then you have to then get extradited to another one just to like.
You know, the Spain one's worse as well because because for all the people trying to stick up for like, oh, the girl could be lying. Yeah, but this thing reported her incident before this one. It's just that it came out late, so you can't even say she copied the Australian thing. So I ain't gonna lie, bruv. If you've been chokeslamming thing in Spain and in Australia, blood, you might have chokeslammed someone still. Can't lie, bro. But
it can't be.
I hope not. And if he never, and he busts case and never, then people are gonna have to owe man some apologies still.
Yeah,
he's lost a lot of money, bro. A lot. Remember, we just had Soccer Aid and all this. He's always at Soccer Aid and all these things.
He's always, and then obviously different brand deals. Certain companies are taking
him and Thingy. Realistically, him and Chunks were like the man and Anton Deck, innit?
Yeah. To be fair, yeah.
You never had that. What was that? What was the other two before? Dick and Dom.
Dick and Dom, yeah.
Yeah. Like we used to. So there was always the duos and that, but they were never like with the youngsters and the mix between on it. That was on one side of the culture, which is fine because British TV. But that was the first. You get me? And fucking, I wouldn't you know that once we get one, they mess up, bro. There's always the way in it, bro.
Yeah, one little duo, bro. Then one of them has to go and act out crazy. Big up to John for the super chat, man. Watching these streams during my lunch break, and I'm here dying of laughter. You guys are too funny. Big up, man. Appreciate it. Bro. Man, John, if you haven't, man, don't miss out on the members only chat, bro. You know what I mean? we'll chop it up then. Even if that's a part of the conversation, we'll have that.
Yeah, man.
All right. I've got half an hour until I gotta do another stream. You know what I mean? The work continues, man. I'll be over on Footy Judge Mo. I wonder what the conversation will be like.
Who's on the panel? You just used to.
I haven't looked. I haven't looked to see. So it'll be some people I've never probably streamed
I
with.
never really got to clock into one of his streams still. I like him though, but I don't ever. I've only seen him with.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I think I've seen him with a Sam once or something like that. But
Yeah. Him and Sam have their own stream. They do.
Inter Milan fan, isn't it?
Inter Milan fan. But I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to see what kind of conversation it will be. But hopefully, I'm sure it will be a great conversation anyway.
Yeah.
If you guys are going over there expecting me to be like, yo, banter, that's not me, bro. I'm football conversations and have a bit of laugh and that. But
I'm gonna tune into the comment section because I just want to see the first person who mentions Nunes, bro. I don't think you've been on a stream without someone mentioning Enz and Nunes in the same conversation. It's hilarious, bro. Even when you're not there. That stream I was on about just when someone said something about you and Nunes straight away, bro. I can't even remember.
Why, bro? He
wasn't even on the panel or nothing, bro. It's like
living rent free, bro. Nah, do you know what it is? Nah, actually, it's because I've been saying to the guys in, and whenever we were redirecting it, we got Nunes raid. And then it triggered the Sam the other day.
When Nunes is gone, are you going to get another person? You're going to have to change the name to like. You're going to pick the only disenfranchised player on our team, and
like I feel like someone has to stay that people hate. I don't know if there's anyone like. I think once he leaves, I think everyone else kind of gets applied. Like HArvey, I think it's kind of there. No one really minds him. No one really disses him like that. It's just they don't think he's good at times. Jones, they just say he holds on to the ball for too long. Robbo, they want gone, but they're not really like pushing him out the door. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, yeah, need him gone. Simicast is like, yeah, he needs to go, but who cares? He's like the background guy, innit? And then I think the rest everyone kind of likes. So I don't think there's no one, bro.
Be interesting still. Be interesting. I don't know, man. What thing is on today? Club World Cup games?
I don't even know, you know. Do you know it's mad? I find that the South American teams have been actually cooking, you know. I've been
watching bare matches, boy. I've been watching bare matches.
Actually, like they got some ballers in their teams, bro. But you know when sometimes I'm like, oh, is it because of the tournament? Is it because they're playing European teams? Honestly, that's a great one. Nah, Joey G, Pops, I can't do that, bro. He's my guy, man. You know I've defended Joey G for a minute. Even when the people wanted him out, longer serving. Soboslai, that's the one we're gonna run with.
Yeah, Sobo, bro. That's yeah, man. I don't know, man. I like the Club World Cup still. It's new, innit? The way they've done it now. So like, of course, it's not perfect, bro, but I do like it, bro. And it's crazy because it actually has a World Cup feel to it, bro. Because it's in the day and it's sunny and that, bro. Like it's got a World Cup feel to it still. Obviously, there's some mad teams in there, bro, but can't be disrespectful to the other nations. That's how it works, isn't it? It's one of them. And then I think got it's the England Euros for the women.
Oh, the women. Okay,
yeah. I think that's end of the month. The next England game is Jamaica still. England women versus Jamaica.
I don't know if I want to watch. Actually, the Jamaican team's actually got a bit better now, but
yeah, there's one thing at the the centre.
I know they beat. Who did they beat? Guadeloupe. Was it Guadeloupe the other day? 2-1.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man. I'll definitely tune into the women's Euro. So I always watch the England game. So, but the group's a bit mad because Netherlands and France and Wales. But hey, who knows, man? Got to the
I'll tell you something before we go. Yeah, so I was obviously Herman's off school, innit? Because he said he has a stomach ache. Yeah, so he's out. He was outside, and I was like, he was sitting on one of the chairs outside, and I was like, get in, man, because he's like proper wrapped up in a blanket, watching stuff, eating, right? And then he was like, Dad. I said, what? And he's my leg. So I said, get inside then, bro. If your legs are hurting, because you've probably been sitting there for too long. He was like, no, my legs are snapped. I said, bro, I said, what is wrong with this kid, bro? What do you mean your leg is snapped?
Bro, they're so aggressive with the adjectives, bro. My son used to do that all the time, bro. And he always lie about his friend as well. Like, when next time Chan comes on, ask him about any of his friends on it. When he was school, be like, mad at school today, bro. Callum split his head open. So split his head open, bro. Little scratch, bro.
Yeah, he has a scratch.
Bro, what the fuck, bro? Man said he split his head open, you know. This is right, bro.
Man said he told me, bro, I broke my leg. I'm like, what? He said, I broke my leg. I said, where? He said, and then some little cut on his leg. He tripped over at school. It's like, bro. Why
I
you
told
know-
you, bro. And I'm not gonna say it. Actually, it's a you edit, so it's depending on what your kid wants. But I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, Mike is gone. Mike's gone. Yeah.
Bang my desk and that's what happened, bro. Rotted. Strengthen that, like that bicep curls. But do some reaction videos with your kid, bro. I swear to God, that shit will be funny, bro.
I don't know if he will sit there. That's the problem, innit? Because he has to just do something. I'll try though.
Yeah, just whatever he's interested in, get that, and it will do something with I don't know, like maybe some, because I want to do some reactions on animal videos, but do some like animal videos or something, or something to do with space, something interesting but funny. I just want to see his response to it, bro, because this shit will make me laugh, bro.
I know, you know what? Because I couldn't believe man said his leg is snapped. That's why he can't walk. I said, firstly, I actually know about snapping legs. And secondly, why would you say your leg is snapped?
That's
said,
hilarious.
Yeah,
Snapped leg, you
now
know how
he's-
brutal that sounds, bro.
Now he's laying on the floor over there, just laying on the floor watching his tablet. It's like, bro.
It's a simple, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Being a kid is a simpler life, bro. Like,
I know he said that I was hungry and that. And then he said to me yesterday, he asked me, can you make me a drink? And I was like, yeah. And he said, listen, if you don't put ice in it, then I'm not drinking it. I said, big man, I had to trace him. Like, big man, who are you talking to about if I don't put ice in it? He's like, yeah, but if you don't put ice in it, I'm not going to drink it.
run me the ice, big man. Yeah, run me the ice, bro. But you wearing vest around the house, bro. Yeah, put some ice in my drink, bro.
All right, but listen, people, hope you enjoyed the stream. Go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening.
Yeah, man.
Remember, redirect over. Go and like the members video, please. And then, yeah, man, I'll see you guys.
Subscribe to you online as well, bro, because I'm a new person, so you don't have to worry about me being negative over there now. Positive stuff.
I'll put, which one should I? Because I've already put one of your channels in the title. And it's highlighted in blue, by the way, guys. So it's very easy.
But I don't
Which one do you want me to put in there going forward?
No, this is the football channel, so just leave the football one there, and if that's the case, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but hold on.
No, it's cool, it's cool. It makes sense.
Yeah, hold on. Let's do this then. Make sure they're all there in it. I've even tagged Zabir in one because he decided he wanted to stream. Then he said he was going to do a stream the other day, and then I haven't seen the stream. So
stream about what?
I don't know. I was just looking. No one of them. I was just looking forward to it. I
don't know why he doesn't just do like his weapon videos and that. They're quite popular online.
Yeah, online, yeah.
Yeah, there's one geezer that does the I don't even know why I subscribe to him, bro. I don't even care about the weapon, bro, but he just shoots shit. He's like, does this 45 caliber go through a watermelon? Then he'll put
I know exactly what you're
talking
about.
This guy in it. He'll be putting some like metal titanium mask and that from far. It's like the shotgun. I'm like, brother, they have fun in it. Fuck it, but record it. Because they're saying that's what Zabiri does anyway. So all you're doing is turning the camera on. Fuck it.
Wait, unless he wants to do it, I don't know, but we'll see. All right. For some reason, it's not letting me type that in. All right, fair enough. Fuck it. Is what it is. I'll do it after then. All right, peeps. Catch you in a bit. Peace.